part one's going to sound. Okay, we're going to divide this part one into 4 measures. So our first measure is this. All right, let's do our left hand first. So we're going to start on a D minor triad, D, F, A. And we're hanging out right around middle C here. Here's our middle C. And in our left hand, we're going to play 8 eighth notes. So that's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In the right hand, we're going to be playing this chord, which is a D minor 7. We have our D minor triad, D, F, A, just like the left hand, but we're adding a C, which is the 7th of the chord. We're going to play that as quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we put our hands together, we're going to have 2 left hand chords for every 1 right hand chord. And nice and slow, that's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, so I want you to pause, rewind, check that measure out until you get that coordination. It's not too hard, shouldn't take you too long. And then meet me right here for measure 2, which is going to sound like this. Start with the right hand again. We have a B flat chord, D, F, B flat. We're going to play that 3 times, quarter notes again. 1, 2, 3. And for beat 4, we're going to switch things up again. We're going to play our B flat chord again, and then we're going to play octave Cs. So that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. All right, let's talk left hand. D, F, B flat is our chord, same as the right hand. We're going to play 8 eighth notes again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And when we put that together, it's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try that together a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4 and. So this little change here on beat 4 doesn't happen every time. As a simplified version, you can just play all quarter notes in your right hand like this. So whatever floats your boat there, whatever you want to do, you can do the 4 quarter notes, you can do the 8th notes at the end, you can switch it up. All right, so that's measure number 2. Here's measure number 3. Let's do right hand first. C, F, A. We're going to do 4 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an F chord. And left hand, same exact notes, just an octave lower, C, F, A. And we'll do 8 eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's it. We're on to the 4th measure. Let's start with the right hand again. The first chord is a C sus4. That's a C, F, G. And then we also have another chord. We have 2 chords in this measure. Our second chord is a regular C chord, C, E, G. So check out the rhythm here. We're going to play the C sus4 3 times and the C just once. So that's going to be this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And our left hand is going to use those same 2 chords, C, F, G for our C sus4, and C, E, G for our C triad. And we're going to play the C sus4 6 times, and the C 2 times. And that's going to be like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And when we put that together, same thing as before. For every 2 chords we play in the left, we're only going to play 1 chord in the right. So nice and slow, that measure is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try that measure one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, and that's the last measure of part 1. Let's do a little bit of a recap here. Measure 1, we start with our D minor 7 chord. Measure 2, we move to a B flat chord, and then we have our little fill on beat 4 there. Measure 3, we have an F chord. Measure 4, we have our C sus4 going to C. So it'll really help you if you memorize that order of those chords. D minor 7, B flat, F, C sus4 to C. Let's put all that together at a nice slow rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, great work. Let's finish up by putting it to the tempo of the recording, and I'll add a little sustain pedal here too.